So let's get going here. We're running a couple of minutes late, but we are here on the 14th of May, and I hear the sound of lawnmowers this morning all around me. No.
Really?
I thought I was losing my mind. I looked out the back window, and the guy behind me is lawning his mow.
Okay, so it took the sound of lawnmowers to send you over the edge finally. That's
yes,
what finally,
to look up.
I've been seeing you at the precipice since 1983.
That's about it. Yeah, no, I suppose it is a under ordinary circumstances, it's annoying, but 9 lawnmowers now going at the same time is almost reassuring.
And you yelling out the window at them, right?
That's
yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I'm
the guy over here
and dangerous.
What's the guy that? Over here at 5:29:30 p.m. usually on a Saturday when we're sitting on the deck and the barbecue.
Is there not some sort of bylaw? I mean, there are in many towns. You can't start wanking this stuff up until at least 8 o'clock. There may be,
but this guy is like clockwork. It's or the weed whacker.
Yeah. I hate those will send me over the edge. I hate weed whackers. The name, the implication.
And speaking of weed whackers, I got an email just 2 minutes ago. It says, Investor Online, your portfolio statement is now available for viewing. So I'm going to click delete on that right now.
So you have to go to Nigeria, right?
No. That's from Asante. And speaking of that, our buddy Dennis Bowden is going to join us next week. He's a financial
I've got
advisor.
A couple of questions for him.
Oh, I know. He's a little leery. I said, look, we're not going to paint you into a corner, but we just want to talk. He's a good guy.
Especially now. Yeah.
He's a good guy. He reminds me of my dad a little bit, the way he looks. I told him that once, and I'm not quite sure how he took that, but he reminds me a little bit of my father.
I've heard him for years.
He's a nice man, very nice man, and he and his cohort, Chuck Phillips, who is an old radio crony of mine, will be joining us at the same time.
They worked for ages together.
At CJAD and elsewhere, so I'm looking forward to checking in with Charles, who is just the salt of the earth. One of the nicest people in the business too. So I'm sure people are tired of us saying this, but we're connecting with people that we like, that we enjoy.
Yeah.
So,
we don't like each other.
That's
so
right.
We should have somebody on we like.
Exactly.
Like Susie this morning, right?
Did you have something to share with us this morning?
A couple of things. Oh, you've got to enable me.
I'm sorry. Yes. Again, this is Zoom.
I think you have to do it every time.
The new version of Zoom, you have to allow participants to put up sharing, and also you have to have a password now. Please continue.
Right. So what I'm going to do is share with you the 14th of May.
Okay.
In 1952.
Okay.
David Byrne was born in Scotland.
You're not sharing right now.
Oh, that's too bad. Let me try it again, shall I?
The green button and click share.
Yeah. Hold on a sec. Let me get rid of that.
I think I've given you permission.
Okay, let's see if
it
works now. Yes, it does. Great.
There we go. That's it.
Okay.
Yep.
So David Byrne was born in 1952. I had another picture up, but then anyway.
You're the same age.
David Byrne was born in 1952. That was the same year as I was born.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you may have seen American Utopia.
Love David Byrne. Love David Byrne.
He very creative, weird, strange, wonderful
absolutely
man.
Brilliant. Yep.
But born in your year was Hazel Blears, who was a Labour Party MP in the United Kingdom, as you see.
So you get David Byrne, I get Hazel Blears. Okay, fine.
Yeah. Well, there were a whole bunch of interesting people from 56.
To Madame Blears. Okay.
56 wasn't a good year for me. I was bored, so there we are.
Mm-hmm. And there's your favorite page, Environment Canada. Is what
10 degrees.
Yeah.
Good day for mowing your lawn.
Southwest at 13 kilometers an hour. From the Kabunga.
Just for a second, look southwest. Go ahead, just for a second.
Okay. I thought we'd lost Susie, but no, she is there. Shall we admit Susie from the green room?
Sure. I thought you had a few things to share. I want to give her.
No, I wanted to. I've got her website, and we're going to talk about her dad. She's just connecting. We can't hear you, darling. Just a moment.
Hello.
There she is.
How are you, Susie?
Fine. How's it going? Look at you.
Oh, we're doing fine. Yeah. You look good.
Thank you. I tried.
are you sick of singing alone all day, or how's
Yeah,
it going?
well, usually like when I started writing songs, it's because I live with two cats and they're super obnoxious. They're cute, but they're super obnoxious. So I'm often like, instead of like bitterly yelling at them, I often like, leave me alone, just leave me alone, go away, that kind of thing. So it's
I
kind of like
told you she'd sing for us.
I mean,
it's kind
this
of a
wasn't
workout.
arranged. Okay. So bitterly yelling at your cats. Has it come to this, my dear?
Yeah, it's too much time with only me observing their irritating behavior, and they got a crush on me, and they compete amongst each other. So it's not even like a happy family. It's just like very annoying. I
Oh,
know.
are they scratching and bitching at each other?
Oh no.
Oh,
Well, if they're very gentle cats, but I mean, if I am making out with one of them and the other one comes around and sticks out their chest a bit, then we get a little, and then I'm like, fuck you both, you know?
Okay. All right then.
what a picture you paint, my
Cabin
dear.
fever
Put it up on
much?
Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
it's not healthy.
so you're doing some songwriting. Are these bitter songs of heartbreak and tragedy, or
Well, when I did start writing songs, it did often come from, like the little boy coming, the little boy cat, and I would go, hey, little boy. And so I wrote that song because of, hey, little boy. So, um, pinch out. But anyway, so um, I'm
so?
not actually writing any songs right
Okay.
now.
You don't feel inspired?
No.
Yeah, I'm kind of brick walling. Like before, I was writing songs about, well, random things with a bit of humor. But it's strange. I have kind of brick walled it. I don't really know where to go with it.
No, I can understand that.
What is keeping you entertained other than the cats? Are you watching anything that you've enjoyed on Netflix or on streaming or on television? Have you read something of interest of late, or are you just sitting there bitterly cursing the rest
Come
of the
on.
world?
Leave her alone.
Yeah, what a maroon. No, you were talking about my dad. He used to say that, which is kind of a filthy word, but no, I'm definitely watching. Definitely watching. I have to recommend Dead to Me.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
God, that's really funny. I mean, great. It's just great. Yeah, so I'm watching too much TV. I'm watching Single Handed now, which is a lowbrow Irish thing type of thing. I'm finishing off my Amazon subscription because I'm pissed off at Amazon. So it'll be done in a couple of days, but I'm gonna suck it dry from everything I like, and then I'll
Why? Okay. Why
Get
would
your
you?
prime. Get
Why
your
would you?
prime.
Why would you be pissed off at Amazon? Dare I
gee,
ask?
why would I?
Yeah.
Why would I,
Oh,
Yvette?
okay. All right. Okay. Let's talk
No,
about your
no, I
dad.
want to hear this. Why would you? Oh,
Well,
there's your dad.
now, no, I'm sorry. I'm the one who's feeding the anger fire here. Let's just move. Let's.
Yes, you are.
Yes, I am. Yeah, let's. You mentioned your dad, and I made this connection a few years ago, and then I revived it this morning as I was doing this. And my goodness, Don Arioli was your dad. Passed away. My goodness, 15 years ago already, almost.
Yeah.
Nominated for an Oscar. He worked on Yellow Submarine. He was an animator. He was a writer. Worked for the NFB. The nomination, I believe, for the Oscar was for this movie, The House That
Holy
Jack
moly.
Built. Yeah, a short
Yeah.
for NFB.
Susie, I interviewed you, I don't know how many times. I never brought up your dad. Silly me.
But by the apple does not fall far from the tree in terms of creativity and talent. And that was quite something, I must say. You have, I'm sure, very, very fond memories of your dad. You were only about 5 years old when the Oscar nomination came through, but
Oh yeah, I had no idea. I mean, it's because of his involvement with the National Film Board that we came to Montreal. We were in Toronto,
okay, that answers the next question. Okay.
and Daddy Don lived in Rochester, which had qualities, but it was also a big Kodak town, and he didn't
Right.
want to work in the factories like his relatives, so he took off to the big city of Toronto, and met my mom, and yada yada yada. But yeah, in the 70s and 60s, animated films were revered, and Canada was like like really top grade, and with places
the
like
NFB was a
Yugoslavia,
peak.
and it was the shit. It was really cool.
Yeah. Because your dad used to use the word maroon, and of course it is considered a rude word, but it comes out of the Bugs Bunny
I know.
vein.
Sure.
Yeah.
One thing, it's amazing. Bugs Bunny and all those cartoons. Like for the good thing, I mean, it was fun, and the music, all that classical music. I mean, devastating. I loved it, Fantasia. But also, so many of the things are true. I have two examples. I was swimming in a pool with lots of people, and somebody's wrist hit my eye. So I got a black eye. I had never gotten a black eye before. But during the thing, when I was in the water, I was kind of like dizzy, and I saw stars and shit go around my head. And I was like, what? I didn't know that happened. And then, so as my first clue, I thought the animators were just using their imaginations, but of course they're true artists. They observe life. So another thing that's true is when we brought the coffee grinder home to the cats for the first time many, many years ago, cats were sleeping. They had never heard that particular pitch and whine. And we started it. The two cats both rose together and went around each other together. We saw it. So it happens.
little stars and signs coming out of them too, and
no, all I saw was the round, and they're not actually propelling forwards.
Sounds like a Warner Brothers tussle. I mean, your dad must have revered Chuck Jones then.
Oh yeah, they loved each other. They were good friends, and Chuck would come by, and I'm sure he was a little bit of a mentor to Don. But I got my own opinions about stuff, but I would say that anyway, I don't know. There's different eras too. It's like jazz. Like right now, whatever. Let's not talk about it. But when things are alive and bubbling, it's a different vibe than when you're just trying to pump air into something that had. I mean, I love jazz music and I love animation, but it seems, I don't know, it's tough. I guess it's a question of quantity. There's so much that I have to say the quality is sometimes questionable, So I just wish my dad had been alive, maybe in those raunchy days of the 40s, and making, I don't know, maybe it would have been more fulfilling for him, because he did wind up working a lot with digital stuff at the end of his life, and he's translating stuff. There's just not, it wasn't as beautiful as when he was, when animation was peaking.
Was he still alive when Chuck Jones, and of course Chuck Jones we refer to is the genius behind Bugs Bunny and all those great Warner Brothers.
Oh no, he's not the genius behind Bugs Bunny and all the great. He's one of 4 or 5 geniuses. True. And I think it's like Tony Bennett. He's one of the last old guys. So they say he's one of the crooners. He was never a crooner. He's a shouter. Crooners are all dead. I'm just saying. So they kind of...
Was your dad alive when Sorry.
I was just trying to say that because Chuck is the last survivor, he gets to carry the whole thing. But I mean, my God, there was so many somebody. I mean, I've forgotten all the names. Chuck is the name we remember, and he's cool and everything. But I mean, the guy that invented Foghorn Leghorn.
Yeah. No,
anyway, lots of directors
because they honored Chuck Jones at the Comedy Festival many years ago. And I'm wondering if your dad was alive to cherish that moment. That's getting to be a long time ago, I guess.
Maybe he wasn't even in Montreal. It's tough to tell. I mean, if Don was around when Chuck was being honored, I'm sure he would have made as much effort as he loved him. They were a really happy friendship.
So the last CD is appropriately entitled Spring, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's spring now. So you can
finally
purchase.
Actually, it kind of works because my song is, I was listening to Terry Gross, which I want to do. And
she interviewed you a few years back, did she not? I remember hearing that.
Interviewed me a few times. Yeah, yes. I like her.
Yes.
I tried to get her to talk to me about spring, but whatever.
That's surprising. She really does her research.
Well, I think right now it's like, well, the thing is, the only time people want to talk to me or anybody is when you have a project coming up. So like if I'm going to go play in Philadelphia or New York City, she can talk to me. You know what I mean? The other times that we interviewed, it was the novelty. The first one was the novelty, and then anyway, so if I'm not going to the States, there's no reason for her to talk to me. And her jazz guy doesn't really particularly like women singers, I should say. Women singers. Most jazz critics kind of meh. If they find them attractive enough, they might talk about it, or old enough. But singers in jazz, it's not really like, it's begrudgingly looked at, especially by critics. And when I realized, like, yeah, critics are all old white guys, and you guys are cool, but I don't know.
That's really interesting. I mean, Carmen McRae, you.
That's why I said
stage,
old enough.
You on stage called yourself Susie Vacation.
A long time ago.
Because you love Billie Holiday.
Yeah, and I was singing mostly Billie Holiday songs.
And you opened for Ray Charles here, right?
Yeah, when I had my band, that was an incredible time. It had rained all week, and we played on Friday outside in front of Place des Jardins, and there wasn't as many venues, so it was a lot of people because it hadn't rained that night. It was a nice day after a week of crappy weather. Like, it seemed like the whole city came out, and it was super fun. And then, unfortunately, Charles Brown got sick, so we were asked to, when you open, you're supposed to just exposure love it, which we did. It was great exposure for us. It was enormous for us after CBC had been helping us and Radio Canada been playing our tapes, So it really was a boost.
What did you think of him when you met him? Did you meet him? Golly.
Yeah, for like 20 seconds.
Okay.
Oh,
he's very fit. His body, he's very fit, not an ounce of fat. He was not a tall man, but he's definitely taller than me. He was friendly. And I mean, I think the connection, because we had done would you shut up? I swear, why are you talking
There you
to
go. Okay. We thought we were making this
edge of night.
Yeah, we thought she was making this shit up, but she's not. She's not making it up.
Oh. And she's a very nice
no,
cat.
Susie makes nothing up. So give me 20 seconds with Ray Charles again before you kill the cats.
Yeah. I mean, I'd be sad if they died, but I think I would have some fun actually doing it because that's how I feel. But meeting Ray, we finished our set, and I don't even know if it was after his show or when. It must have been after his show, but he kind of just said, he just said a couple of jive turkey stuff, and, thank you. I touched his hand, and then that was it. Goodbye.
That was cool.
So no jazz festival this year.
Well,
So we were told. Yeah. So my goodness, what are you going to do? Are you going to get another cat, or my God?
Hey, Yvan, don't make me go over there, là, m'a frappé en plein gueule, esti, tabarnak.
So you've learned French since you've been here.
I was thinking, I speak French since I was in grade 7, but I was thinking, j'ai jamais entendu toi en train de parler français, toi. Ah,
Moi,
ouais.
je parle français.
Ouais.
Ouais. Dave parle français aussi, hein? Où est la bibliothèque? Quelle sorte de légumes?
Do you
Quelle
just have a
sorte de
French name,
légumes
Yvan?
avez-vous? I'm sorry?
Does Yvan just have a French name? Ben,
Non, moi je suis...
No, he's a Sudbury boy.
Moi je suis franco-ontarien. I'm Ontario boy. Oui.
Ontario, that's why it's English. I
What
get
part
it.
of what part of Toronto did you live in?
We were next to, well, when I left, we left when I was 3, babe.
Okay.
So like I left, we were situated in front of Christie Pitts Park.
Okay, right
Oh my
downtown
gosh.
then. Okay, I lived in Don Mills for a few years, so up
I don't
there.
even understand how Toronto is. It's such a different geography.
It's enormous now.
It's
just
huge.
So huge, yeah.
And you know what's
also,
cute?
Unlike Montreal, it builds up from the lake, right? And it's
Exactly.
It is a strange geography for Montrealers.
So,
But you know what's weird? You know that Don Valley?
yes, I was
Well, it means
living there.
Valley.
Mm-hmm.
Like Don means valley. I
Okay.
think it's fucking funny. I think it's funny. I think it's weird. Why call it a valley
That's
then?
Toronto. Yeah, they have a hospital for sick kids.
Yeah, a hospital for sick children. That's true. Yeah. Okay.
But
That's
wait,
not
but
bad.
the Don Valley, apparently now with the pandemic, if I might talk about a beautiful part of Toronto, if you go through it, it's
Please.
gorgeous. But
Gorgeous.
the animal, I mean, it's got more raccoons than any other place in North America, but apparently
Really?
all sorts of other animals are, these people have seen deer, they have seen small coyotes, I believe. I mean, the Don Valley is huge, right, Yvonne? I mean, it's
Well, it's
enormous.
yeah, it's the parkway runs along it too, and it's the
Yeah,
Don River that runs
That's right.
in the valley
yeah.
there, as you
Well,
were.
apparently it's filling up again with animals
That's
Wow.
because
as
of
we're
the
A lot
seeing
of that
elsewhere in the
stuff.
world too. Yes. Yeah.
Well, a lot of that stuff was bullshit. Like I actually talked to a friend who actually thought that there was dolphins in Venice, for fuck's sake. Okay. But I will tell you one thing. We have a guest. I live in Verdun now, near the Douglas Hospital. So it's like almost quasi suburbia.
I'm not
So
going to touch that one.
I got turkeys, man.
No,
I got turkeys
really?
walking the streets, going into the yards every day, hanging out under cars, stopping traffic, just calmly wobble, 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 wobble.
Now that's an album idea, but complete with the membrane over the face and everything.
Why? What, are you trying to diss me? You put a membrane
no,
on your face,
I'm talking
motherfucker.
about the turkeys.
How do I come to these places?
Okay, now I
Okay.
feel like a cat.
Okay.
You're a crazy person.
That's
we're
nice.
I
That's
love
very
you.
nice. It's always nice to be invited and treated like
is
shit.
is there oh my is there any
How many swears are we allowed?
are we going to
And you
see
swore.
oh we're past that that meter's run off the table now.
Wait, I got more questions from the police report.
Wait a minute. So can we expect to see maybe a video presentation of some singing and
So my idea was like what I was doing these past couple of years was playing a lot of at Diezons, which is a really nice venue. It doesn't pay my bills at all, but it's a very nice place to play. And I'm working on my new CD. And my plan was to be like Kevin Nealon and just, I live around Beauty. I was just waiting for it to get a little warmer, and now it is. So I was thinking of dubbing some recorded songs over videos of me, playing outside or doing some shit with my phone, because that's what I have to do. I have no representation. I have no record company behind me. I'm all by myself. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And now it started. It's typical Montreal, right? It's freezing and then it's hot.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's very hot now.
Well, let us know when you've got that together, because we'll put a link up and we'd love to see it and
I'd love to do
hear
it.
you sing again too, darling. Thank you very much for
looking
joining
forward
us
to
this
it.
morning.
Susie, you are the real deal, kiddo.
You certainly
Really.
are. Yeah.
Sure.
Cute as
So
a
are you
button
guys.
and as profane as a sailor.
For
I
two old
love
white
you.
guys, we do all right there, Don.
My father taught me how to swear and congratulated me. My parents were beatniks. I was never, ever told not to swear. So I blame my parents.
Oh no, they taught you well.
You are the picture of this country, born in Toronto, swears like a trooper in French. There's nothing better than all of that rolled together.
This was
Yeah.
fun.
Thank you,
Thank
dear.
you so much, guys.
We love you.
Take care of yourself.
Bye.
Bye.
I think she's gonna kill the cats.
Maybe we can get her to come out of her shell next time we talk.
I'm sorry, it made me loud too, didn't it?
Oh, no, that's fine. I think people need a little bit of that. And
she's all sass.
She's
It's
a
just
pistol.
100% beautiful sass.
She's a pistol, and she puts as much energy as you saw there into her performances and into getting things just right and all of that. So I'm looking forward to, even
But
if
the
it's
voice too makes the real deal. She's got a real talent there.
so
and
even if it's
I'm
just the
very proud.
recordings that she curates and puts together, I will certainly keep track of that and put up a link or two. So
Okay.
tomorrow,
Don Arioli, I'd forgotten. Oh yeah, Frank.
Frank Cavallaro, Mr. Weather. I believe he's an entrepreneur too. I believe he's a business owner.
Oh yeah, Frank's always up to something.
Yep.
And if you want to really get him chatting, talk about taking his son to a football game. I believe it was in Rome or maybe Milan, but that's when Frank really lights up. He loves football.
Okay. Well, then you can lead with that, because I remember meeting his son Massimo when he was just a kid, And now he's all grown up. That's a long time ago. But so we'll
Hard
talk
to
to
tell
Frank
her to Frank.
Cavallaro. We'll talk to Frank tomorrow. So there you are. That kind of woke me up.
You're exhausted, though.
Yes.
Woke you up, but you're exhausted. She has that magic.
She does. Yeah. Had to me.
Take it easy.